Hello angels, welcome back to another resin video. So in this video we're going to be making a resin holographic domino set. I got both molds from Amazon. My glitter, one of them is from Amazon, one of them is from a seller on Instagram. I'll leave the link for everything that I'm using down in the description box down below. As always, I mixed up my resin off camera. Now I'm just adding on in there my heart glitter and then my red glitter. I wanted to make it very pink, not pink, very red and very glittery, so that's what I'm doing. This mold is very holographic. It looks so pretty. So now I'm just pouring down my resin in there, trying not to overfill it. End up not mixing it up, so I had to mix up some more resin. And I went over it with my lighter to get rid of any bubbles. I could have sprayed it with some 99% ibuprofen alcohol, but it's all about whichever way you like to get rid of your bubbles. Scooping out some more resin. I'm going to be repeating the exact same step. Some chunky glitter. I should have went in with more of that. And then my heart glitter. Mixing. And then we're just going to be pouring it down. Ooh, sorry about that. And it looks good already. So I don't want to waste any resin, even though I'm going to mix up some more like right after this. Whatever is in the cup, I'm just scooping it out into the blank molds. And also some of these have overfilled, so I'm starting to like scoop it onto whichever ones that don't have anything in there. I don't want them to be sticking together or anything like that, so yep, that's it. Well, that's not it, but you get the point. Going over my blowtorch to get rid of the bubbles. Looks perfect. 5 to 10 seconds later, I mix up some more resin. Now I can just pour it down. Fill it all the way up. And it looks pretty already. So I had a little bit of some glitter that was still left over. So the container for the dominoes that they are going to be going into, I just spread it all the way around on that one, just so that everything can be matching and everything can be looking very pretty. Going over my blowtorch already, because there's going to be some little tiny bubbles. Using my little spatula or silicone spoon to spread around the glitter. Make sure that everything gets a little added sparkle. The sparkle effect. And it looks good already. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some black pigments. I'm going to use the same container that I mixed up the glitter in. It doesn't make no sense to use something different. And I end up not pouring down enough, so I had to mix up some more. Going in with a lot of black. Mixing up. Make sure that there's no little chunk pieces, that you're mixing it up very properly. More resin, more black pigment. Actually, you're gonna need more resin than that as well. Now we can start pouring it down. This is what I'm saying, that I did not mix up enough resin, so I had to repeat the same step for the black pigment again until I get it right. This is just me trying to push around the resin so that it can get to all of the edges that I missed. And this is not enough resin. I don't know why I poured that little amount in there. Like, ugh. Girl, be realistic. Mixing up the pigments. Pouring it down. Oh yeah, this was the perfect amount. But I'm pouring down way too much, so some of these are starting to stick together, which that is very unfortunate. After this, I'm going to go over it with my blowtorch to get rid of any little tiny bubbles that are just laying around. And I'm mixing up more pigments. Mixing. You can see that some of the glitter is starting to rise to the top, but that's fine. It always tends to happen if you do it in just one layer. And it looks good. Now it's time for my blowtorch. Everything's just getting one little swoop of it. I don't want to burn the mold. And that's that. We're just going to let everything sit and cure overnight for a full 24 long and beautiful hours. So I had a little bit of some black pigments left over, so just put it on top of my dominoes. And that's it. Let's fast forward this. So it has been 24 hours. Now we can start popping everything out of the mold. Look at how holographic it is, and the dominoes came out perfectly, like I expected, which is perfect. Everything is looking so good so far. So pretty. Voila. And here's a close-up of the mold. Now it's time for this bad boy. Look at how pretty it is. So pretty. You can see that it's very bendy, so that means that it's not fully cured. So I'm just placing it down on a flat surface, making sure that it's flat. And yeah, we're just gonna let it be. This one just completely stick together, so I'm gonna have to go over it with my scissors to get rid of all of the extra pieces of resin. And we're just gonna let them sit and cure for at least another 24 hours. Just keep on checking up on it to see if it's still bendy or if it's as hard as a rock. So now I'm just using my scissors to just cut off the extra pieces of resin. And that's that. You can either use your scissors or your X-Acto knife. Since it was very bendy, I just decided to just go over it with my scissors. It would have been way more easier. It is way more easier. 100% more easier, which is absolutely perfect. You can see how very bendy this is. Like in a second, this thing could just rip apart. But you can see that it's going back to its normal shape, and that's exactly how I needed for it to dry. And that's it. I'm gonna let everything sit so that it can fully harden before I touch it again. So, yeah. Also, we need to paint in the dots on the dominoes, so we're gonna do that later as well. We're just gonna do everything at once while everything is drying, and that's it. Alrighty, now we can start painting the dominoes. So I got this bottle with a needle at the top of it from Amazon, and I'm just using some acrylic paint, just pouring it down into the bottle, and then we can start painting the dominoes. And obviously it's just normal paint, so it just take a few hours for it to be fully dried. The little needle does dot dot dot, and it turns out so perfect. If you messed up, you can either just use a napkin or just use your fingers to just wipe it off, or a little bit of some ibuprofen alcohol, and you're good to go. I just used my finger to clean up my mess, and you can see how quick and easy that was. And I just kept on doing the same steps over and over again until I fill it up completely. And they look so cute. You can definitely see it way better. I'm so happy that I went with the black. Unfortunately, the domino box, I don't know why, but I could not put it together. I tried to put it together, but it was just not working out. So this is how they turned out. Absolutely beautiful. It is shining. It just looks so stunning, so holographic. Like, this turned out absolutely amazing. I love it. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Toodaloo. Bye bye.